New to our studios this morning, human remains found along the national seashore. What we're learning, the investigation underway.
Plus, expanding water resources, what steps one South Texas water district is taking to address demand during drought, how it is creating flexibility.
And the experts prepping how coastal and emergency agencies are planning for hurricane season, what it means for your natural disaster prep.
Good morning, South Texas. I'm Barbie Leo.
I'm John Thomas Cobos. It's 5 o'clock on this Thursday, May 7th, and meteorologist Kellyanne Class joins us. So good to have you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Did you notice it was like slightly cooler this morning?
Yes, I did.
And some rain.
Yes,
I enjoyed
a couple of sprinkles this morning as well. Yeah, we actually had a cold front move through early this morning, so our temperatures are just slightly cooler compared to this time yesterday. Some of our cooler spots are going to be north and west of town. In Beeville and in Sinton, you're almost 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Most of us ranging between 6 degrees cooler to almost 10 degrees cooler. So we're at 66 right now in Beeville. We're at 71 degrees in Corpus Christi, so much cooler than yesterday, but still on the mild side this morning. Upper 60s for Freer and 70 degrees in Alice. Our front now way down to the south, pretty much hovering at the moment over parts of Brooks County, Kennedy County, Clayburgh County, as well as Jim Hogg County. Couple of showers that we were tracking early this morning in Kennedy County are quickly beginning to push offshore, so just know that we will be watching with the potential for some rain, but most of that is now down to our south and pushing offshore. Otherwise, in terms of humidity, it's very comfortable in B County this morning. Everyone else seeing dew point temperatures in the mid-60s, so still comfortable, but you're definitely feeling that drier air for our northern locations. Now, this morning, this afternoon, and this evening, we can allow maybe 1 or 2 isolated showers up to a 20% coverage, but our temperatures today only warming up into the 70s. We'll talk much more about the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kellyanne. We're following breaking news into our studios overnight. Human remains were found along Padre Island National Seashore.
The Kingsville Record is reporting the Clayburgh County Sheriff's Office received a call around 7:45 last night about those remains discovered near the shoreline.
Authorities called park rangers who shortly after confirmed the bodily remains appeared to be human.
The Clayburgh County Sheriff's Office, along with local agencies, are investigating the cause of death and who this person is. Be sure to stay with 3 News on air and online for the latest.
The Nueces County Medical Examiner has identified a man whose remains were found Tuesday morning in Petronila. 79-year-old Romeo Rocha's body was found on Belk Lane near the small town's elementary school. Details on how he died and ended up there are still under investigation. We will keep you updated as we learn more.
First Edition is tracking a long-awaited water switch currently underway in Robstown.
A local water district has started taking treated water from the city of Corpus Christi in a move officials claim should improve water quality.
Yeah, our Michael Gibson dove into this newer resource and shows us why area leaders say this gives the district more flexibility in addressing their water needs.
The water district over here in Robstown has been working with the city of Corpus Christi to get some of its water piped into the system here. And today, it is finally happening.
As you can see on this control panel, pump number 1 is now running at the Water District's booster station. That station is now serving as a distribution center, sending Corpus Christi water right into a system that has faced concerns over arsenic and total dissolved solids, or TDS.
The arsenic levels have come down within the last couple of months, so arsenic hasn't been an issue. It was the TDS. So it's a great feeling that, that we're going to start giving the residents here of Robstown some better treated water.
The Water District received a variance from the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, allowing it to begin taking treated Corpus Christi water sooner than later.
We made an agreement with the City of Corpus where we would lease out 5 million gallons of water rights to City of Corpus for the next 3 years. And in exchange, we would get 3 million gallons of treated water from the City of Corpus.
Turning this into a distribution center also gives the district more options. It can keep taking treated water from Corpus Christi or, if conditions improve, switch back to river water.
If we miraculously get a hurricane this year to fill up those lakes, the river comes back to normal, then we basically shut off the system from Corpus and we start running back to our water rights.
The water is now moving through the district system, but officials say it could still take weeks before that water is fully blended into what customers are using at the tap. Michael Gibson, 3 News.
Even more South Texas water providers are feeling the impact of Corpus Christi's changing credit outlook. S&P Ratings has placed 5 water districts and municipalities that receive water from Corpus Christi on a negative credit watch. Those groups include the Alice Water Authority, Nueces County WCIDs 3 and 4, and the City of Portland, as well as the San Patricio Municipal Water District. The credit agency did not upgrade or downgrade any of their current ratings, however, warned the change reflects growing concerns about long-term water supply challenges here in South Texas.
One man is waking up in critical condition this morning following a major crash near Odom. Troopers responded to 37 and 77 after a driver in a construction zone improperly took a curb and crashed, hitting an unoccupied construction truck. Halo Flight rushed the driver to an area hospital. DPS wants to remind you this morning, slow down in construction zones, watch out for crews, and follow all warning signs.
Hurricane season's just over 3 weeks away. That's why emergency agencies across the coastal Mid are gathering for their annual hurricane conference.
The event focuses on preparing South Texas for the worst-case scenario, ready to respond in a time of need.
Yeah, and with that, our Lydia Herrera shows us their planning and how it will affect your safety should a natural disaster strike.
I've been prowling here for
With less than a month before hurricane season officially starts, Jace Johnson with Corpus Christi Emergency Management says hurricane preparedness is something they focus on year-round.
So we're just always in a continuous process of updating our plans and training, educating the public, making sure that not only our city teams are ready, our regional partners, we're all in calibration with each other, in coordination with each other.
Corey Montais with the National Weather Service says hurricane season is unpredictable, but preparation makes a big difference.
There's always a chance. We always have to be prepared here. As far as this year goes, it's hard to say, what our probabilities are. Every year of any kind of tropical system impacting somewhere along the Texas coast is almost a 90% chance. So there's high odds that something will be nearby.
Something new this season is the Regional Reverse Alert System Johnson says will make an impact.
Before it was just the emergency notification system for Nueces County and the city of Corpus Christi. Now we brought on our regional counties to include San Pat, Aransas, and Refugio. So now we're all under the same umbrella, under the same branding, which makes it a lot easier for the residents and the folks in our area to understand.
Montais says the Texas coastline is known for big storms, and while no two storms are the same, each one should be taken seriously.
And as far as major hurricanes go, the last one was Harvey in 2017. We average one about every 9 years. So we're closing in on that. So certainly something that we always need to be prepared for and have a plan for.
Officials say preparing for hurricane season isn't just about watching the forecast. It's about being ready no matter what.
The reality is it doesn't really matter what the forecast is because it only takes one. Right, and we want to make sure that we're prepared, not only us, if it happens to our neighbors, we want to be there for them as well.
Lydia Herrera, 3 News.
Thank you, Lydia. And they are not only ones preparing. First Edition wants to make sure that you are weather aware for hurricane season.
That's right, and this is day 4 of Hurricane Preparedness Week with the theme, to get moving when a storm threatens.
That's right, move.
That's right,
That's right.
yeah. You want to make sure that you are protecting your home by securing outdoor items and taking any last-minute precautions before a storm arrives. Know your sheltering options ahead of time and make a plan for your pets. Please, please take your pets. Since most shelters only allow service animals, if you do have a pet, make sure that you really pay attention to that. Keep a go bag packed with essentials like medications, chargers, important documents, and hygiene supplies, and make sure your phone is charged and your tank is filled up. Also, be a good neighbor. Check in on elderly neighbors who may have extra or need extra help during severe weather. And importantly, if local officials issue an evacuation order, leave early and follow instructions to stay safe. For more information on Hurricane Preparedness Week, go to noaa.gov/hurricane-prep or visit our website, KIIITV.com. Don't forget to download our app and set up those alerts. And also, May 30th, if you forgot, well, here's your reminder. 6:30 is when our hurricane special will air.
It is scheduled.
Let me tell you, back to the neighbors. That's when you get to meet your neighbors if you haven't. I mean, everybody here during Hurricane Harvey all came together. Everybody was checking on everybody, and that's when you really see the community spirit come through, regardless of what your beliefs are. you step up and help your neighbors.
Especially if they're elderly, you should be checking in on them
Routinely.
throughout the year. Absolutely.
Not during just an emergency, but yeah.
Always check to see if they need anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Even when we have heat, you know, like especially as we get to summer, you want to make sure that you're also checking on them with the heat as well. Okay, 25 days. It's the official countdown until the start of hurricane season on June 1st. We're not tracking anything in the tropics, but we are tracking a front. That front is now down into our southern location, so pretty much has completely passed through the coastal bend. And in terms of precipitation, there's not a lot of rainfall this morning. It's mostly cloudy conditions, but there was a batch of thunderstorms out in Kennedy County that is quickly beginning to push offshore, producing some heavier rainfall. So maybe 1 or 2 showers this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy conditions. That continues into the afternoon with the potential of rainfall. The overall coverage today is still going to be isolated around 20%, so just slightly higher than yesterday, but still the potential for some passing showers on and off throughout the day. And with that cloud cover and that cooler air, that cold front, our temperatures are really not going to warm up much. We're only going to reach the 70s this afternoon. 77 is where we'll top out here in Corpus Christi. So mostly cloudy conditions, and morning, afternoon, evening, shower or two, or just maybe a couple passing by. Absolutely possible. Then tomorrow we get even warmer. So 70s today. Tomorrow we're back into the 80s. Technically 84 is still below our average of 86 degrees, but we'll be a lot warmer, all thanks to a southeasterly wind picking up around 10 to 15 miles per hour. It'll feel pretty comfortable this afternoon, but then our humidity levels go back up Friday, Saturday, as well as Sunday, and we track some changes looking ahead to the end of the work week going into the weekend. We'll have those details coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kellyanne. The fabric of our lives.
Discover who is better educating our kids about where their clothing and food comes from. We head out to Buck Days to meet the person inspiring a new generation of Aggies.
When you hear about a major result, you see the headline. We see the responsibility that comes with it. Thomas J. Henry. When we win, you win.
Alpha and Omega is the company you can trust with every facet of your home. This year, increase the protection and energy efficiency of your home with Simonton Stormbreaker windows and a new roof from Alpha and Omega Siding and Windows. With a variety of styles available, we will help you select the roof and windows that fit your needs and budget, giving you a winning combination will not only look great, but protect your home and family from the elements for years to come. With everything inside and outside your home, Alpha and Omega has got you covered.
You've been counting the days, weeks, months, just waiting
for the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems and get a $300 gift. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months, no interest, and free shipping.
The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
There's only one option. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Got a question? Got something that needs a solution? Got something you think we should know? If you see news happening, then it's time to tell 3. You can always email us at tell3@KIIITV.com. Connect with us and tell 3.
In today's Tech Bites, a researcher says Google Chrome is downloading large AI files without permission. The researcher claims the browser is silently downloading Gemini Nano onto devices. Google says the model provides important security protections, but can easily be turned off or removed in Chrome's settings. Energizer just released a new lithium battery with child safety in mind. These coin batteries don't cause burning if accidentally swallowed, and they release a blue dye in the child's mouth to alert caregivers. Thousands of coin batteries are swallowed by children every year. Finally, after more than 30 years, Nintendo is welcoming back Star Fox. The company has announced a remake of the classic Star Fox 64 that came out for the Nintendo 64. This one is exclusive to the Switch 2 and will be out in June. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
I love my mom this much. Look at what I got for Mother's Day. Is it hot? My mom likes house. She always likes beautiful things. I think she'll like it. She loves me because she always kisses me. You are my heart. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Pandora. Allergies used to negotiate every invite, but now it's yes season with Zyrtec's fast 24-hour relief. So say yes to patio hangs, play dates, windows open. Say yes to your thing, whatever it is. Seize the day with Zyrtec.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damp. Oh, damp.
Hey, language.
Damp Rid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damp Rid.
Good morning. Welcome back to the News First Edition. It is 5:15. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
First Edition continues to follow all things Buck Days. For many of the kids who show up to the festivities, it's the carnival rides and the rodeo that are the main attraction.
But there's so much more. One longtime farmer is hoping some of these young cowboys and cowgirls leave with a better understanding of where their clothes and food come from.
Nueces County Farm Bureau Board member Scott Frazier has been out at the carnival grounds making sure our kids learn about cotton farming, explaining why agriculture is such a huge part of South Texas business.
Certainly important for that kids learn to where their food and their, the products that we use, cotton being a food fiber product, comes from, so that they have some idea of the world and what's going on. That most kids think, oh, my T-shirt or gallon of milk or whatever just came from the store, wherever. We don't think about it came from a farm somewhere.
No, your milk came from Elsie, kids. That's right. Okay, and if your kids want more hands-on farm fun, head on over to the petting zoo like our Lexus Green did earlier this week. Yes, on First Edition. It'll be open a little bit later over at Treasure Island. Go on and head out there. A lot of fun. Fabric, or cotton is a fabric of our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more Buck Days fun on the way today. A live look behind us right here, the calm before the storm.
If you are still planning for tonight, we've got you covered over at Buck Days. Here's a look at some of the events planned.
Okie dokie. Buck Days food show?
Yes, from 2 to 6.
That's our love language right there.
We're starting at 5 at the Javelina Mariachi and Ballet Folklorico as well from 5 to 7.
Is this Tejano night?
It is.
Okay.
I will be there.
And then Dia de Vaquero.
Very good, John Thomas.
I try to impress when I can.
Yes.
I do it just for you, because I know you get a kick.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you rolling the R's and everything.
That's
and I appreciate Kellyanne being here, letting us know exactly what it's going to look like today.
Yes, not too bad. A lot cooler than yesterday. So if you're going to be heading out to Buck Days, there's that. We will have a couple of passing showers throughout the day, though. Okay, so let's talk about yesterday. We reached 89 degrees. We're much cooler today, nearly 10 degrees cooler at 77. And it's all thanks to a front that has passed through. Every single location today will be a lot cooler. We'll see our high temperatures top out into the mid-70s across town and winds picking up out of the northeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Our front now down into our southern counties. We were early this morning tracking a few showers, even a couple of thunderstorms out in Kennedy County. Those are now pushing offshore, producing some lightning. So if you're in Kennedy County looking off toward the east and you see some lightning, it's because of those showers and storms that are already off the coast. As we go throughout the day today, the front continues to clear, but we'll get some pieces of energy working throughout the night tonight into tomorrow as well, which will help to increase our threat of showers and thunderstorms. So they'll start off in Laredo. They'll continue to push from west to east. So by early tomorrow morning, we'll track some rain and thunderstorms in some of our central and eastern locations. And then another batch of thunderstorms on Friday as a second wave of energy rolls through, producing showers and thunderstorms around Laredo, pushing into the coastal bend. So that's why on Friday we have a 30% coverage of rain. That's more for the evening hours. Today we're looking at a 20% coverage of rain. And when everything is said and done, we're looking at about a ½ inch of precipitation to some locally higher amounts of maybe even an inch of rainfall, even higher underneath some of those heavier downpours. But at least for today, we'll stay on the mild side. Temperatures in the 70s, mostly cloudy conditions, a few isolated showers in the morning, in the afternoon, as well as the evening. The overall highest coverage today will be right around 20%. Now, today, into early tomorrow morning, there is the potential for a strong to severe storm, which is what the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted us in. I think this is going to be more for the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning. This threat will expire at 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be from those thunderstorms that roll through around midnight and after midnight. Right after midnight, we'll start to see them push into our western locations. Scattered rain, scattered thunderstorms around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. By 5:30, most of the thunderstorms will then push off of the coast, and we'll start off this time tomorrow morning mostly cloudy, maybe a couple of lingering showers, and then with heat and humidity, we'll bubble up a few more showers throughout the late morning and afternoon hours tomorrow. Then Friday evening, here comes that second batch of thunderstorms that we were just talking about. 7:30, 8 o'clock, pushing into our western locations, moving across our central locations around 9, 10 o'clock. By around midnight, most of that activity should push offshore. Right now, we're not in a severe weather threat for tomorrow evening. We'll continue to monitor that and conditions as that short wave, the piece of energy pushes into our direction. Then looking ahead to Mother's Day weekend, a 20% chance of rainfall Saturday, drier and hot for Mother's Day on Sunday.
Thank you, Kellyanne. First Edition is learning how the community of Rivera is supporting one of their families after tragedy struck their home.
That's right. A fire destroyed a home housing a mother and her 3 children. Today, they are trying to reclaim what they lost.
Our Natalia Ozuna shows us what was lost and how neighbors and strangers are pulling together to help them recover.
A burnt shoe, a melted door, and charred bed frames behind me are all just a few things that remain here from Ruby Garcia and her family's home. Now, they tell me that home has been in their family for 3 generations, and it was all taken away by flames.
I still hear the flames. I still smell the smoke. I still hear my son screaming when I got that phone call.
This is what's left of Ruby Garcia's home. Here she's taking us back to the day that an electrical fire changed everything.
Mini split was installed up there on the top. So whenever it did burn, that's what exploded.
Garcia says that she has spent the last 5 or 6 years fixing up their yellow house to fulfill her late father's vision.
I was trying to carry forth what I knew his plans for this land were, you know, for the home and for everything. And to see it like this is just very hard.
A week after the fire, Garcia says they're looking to rebuild, but when everything is ripped away in a moment, it's hard to know where to start. Fire Chief Ronald Prey with Claiborne County says that electrical fires can be more common in older homes.
Especially in the rural areas where there's not codes and requirements, and the National Electric Code may not have been followed, or you don't have licensed personnel that have electricians' licenses are installing it.
Chief Prey confirms that Garcia's mini split caused the fire, but he says there are ways to help prevent these.
Any kind of electrical appliance, make sure it has some type of safety listing, UL listing. Consumer Product Safety Commission has looked into it.
Garcia says she's grateful that her kids and animals are okay and hopes to rebuild their home in a new way.
My dad is telling me, I'm gone. Thank you for carrying forth what I wanted, but now it's you. It's you and your family.
The Garcia family tells me that any type of support right now is much appreciated, and they do have a GoFundMe page. We'll have more information on that on our website if you'd like to donate at KIIITV.com. Reporting in Rivera, I'm Natalia Ozuna, 3 News.
Thank you, Natalia. Gasoline prices like our coastal bend wind.
Yeah, high, low, which will it be today? We got your averages at the pump, not to worry. Also the latest on peace talks with Iran.
Got something you think we should know? If you see news happening, tell 3.
Meet the toughest team in the game. Bad Boy Mowers and Bad Boy Tractors. These powerhouses will do whatever it takes to win. Putting in the work with unrivaled engineering, game-changing features like heated seats and an Alpine entertainment system, plus durable implements and style that's in a league of its own. Bad Boy Mowers and Tractors. Power, performance, attitude.
We've been supplying batteries to the Coastal Bend for about 20 years. Most people just think we do car batteries, and we do a lot of car batteries. But we do every other battery as well. Heck, we even do cell phone batteries. We'll even fix your broken screen while we're at it. Heck, we carry over 12,000 different batteries. Our selection and installation just blows people away. So if you need any kind of battery, yep, we got it.
JD's Interstate Batteries. Yep, we've got a battery for that.
To get more money for your car, all roads lead to AutoNation. Get your offer now at AutoNation.com. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us and pay you top dollar on the spot. Get more money for your car at AutoNation.com.
You're ready, we're ready, so let's go. The Rooms to Go Memorial Day sale starts now, making the best time to buy furniture even better. With super low prices and serious savings on new styles for every room, inside and out. The more you buy, the more you save. That's the Rooms to Go Memorial Day sale. Going big? Now's the time. At Rooms to Go, you get both low sale prices and 55-month interest-free financing. The Rooms to Go Memorial Day sale starts now.
Don't miss out. Scan the square. It's all right there. Scan our QR code and download the 3 News app today. 3 News, known and trusted.
Good morning. Welcome back to the News First Edition. It is 5:25. President Trump is claiming new progress in negotiations with Iran this morning.
That's right. This all while these gas prices behind us here continue to surge. ABC's Sophie Flay shows us the ongoing conflict and what various states in the U.S. are doing to take matters at the pumps into their own hands.
This morning, more states taking action to address high gas prices. Indiana's governor suspending 2 gas-related taxes to save drivers nearly 60 cents per gallon. Kentucky's governor pushing a similar move and calling on Congress to suspend the federal gas tax.
They thought the war would be short, that the Iranian people would rise up. They were wrong, and now the American people are paying for it.
Prices, which now average $4.56 a gallon nationwide, are exposing the gap between the rich and the working class. A new report finds lower-income Americans have already cut back on their gas consumption, while wealthier households have simply increased their spending to keep their consumption levels steady.
They want to make a deal. We've had very good talks.
President Trump reporting progress in negotiations with Iran. Sources say the administration has sent Iran a 1-page memo of understanding, laying the groundwork for 30 days of talks on issues like the future of Iran's nuclear program. The proposal calls for Iran to lift restrictions on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. In return, the U.S. would ease its blockade of Iran's ports. Iran remains publicly defiant, mocking Trump last night. One negotiator claiming Operation Trust Me Bro failed in reference to Trump suspending his plan to protect ships in the Strait.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Okay, here's a look at our gas prices in the Coastal Bend.
The average cost of regular unleaded in Corpus Christi this morning is $4.14, down 3 cents from yesterday.
Diesel, that's $4.99, down a penny from Thursday. The state average for regular unleaded is $4.09, that's up 5 cents from yesterday, and we'll continue to monitor these prices for you as we go every day. Look at the wind. It's got that northerly breeze coming in. 3 people in jail this morning following a federal bust.
We have the latest details following breaking news at rocked one South Texas town. Who's facing serious charges of child pornography discovered inside one home?
I was on my way to school. The lady, I guess, she ran their stop sign or something. T-boned right at the door in the wheel. First time I've ever been in an accident. A couple hours later, definitely hurting. The first thing I thought was to call Herman & Herman. They compensated me, took care of my medical bills. I did get more money than I expected. They just took care of everything. I was very surprised with how simple it was. It was fast and easy. I would recommend anybody to call Herman & Herman. They are great people.
Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
President Trump and Mace Middleton stand up against perverts and predators. But Rhino Chip Roy sides with them. Roy stood with Gavin Newsom and the trans lobby to push child transgender surgeries, then told MAGA, "You can kiss my ass." That's why Trump doesn't trust Rhino Chip Roy. MAGA Mace Middleton banned men from girls' sports and kicked trans perverts out of women's restrooms. That's why Trump called Mays a MAGA champion with a conservative record that's second to none. MAGA Mays Middleton for Texas Attorney General.
Summer is here and the savings are heating up at Sutherland's.
Add shade and beauty to your yard for less.
Take 75% off all in-stock trees and shrubs. Tackle outdoor cleanup with Karcher 1900 PSI pressure washer, only $149. Stay cool all summer with a 5,000 BTU window air conditioner for $129, or upgrade to a 12,000 BTU for only $299. Find everything you need for summer.
All in one place. This week only at Sutherland's.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is a job for Sponsored Jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
This war you started needs to end.
You like having her around.
So what are you gonna do?
The 7-day weather forecast is sponsored by Cantwell Mattress. We've been telling your stories since 1964.
Highlighting our heritage, showcasing what makes South Texas so special.
Join the tradition. Watch Domingo Live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m.
Serious charges coming for 3 South Texas residents. The federal investigation that landed them behind bars, all tied to child sex crimes.
It's an AI data center coming for the Coastal Bend. What we are learning about the facility, job creation, and ultimate with water usage during our drought.
And a potential shining example for success when it comes to battling our water woes. The South Texas town drilling down new resources. Did it work for other cities? First, Kellyanne's keeping track of whatever it was that was hitting my windshield on the way into work this morning. I like it.
Couple of showers, later on this afternoon. Yeah, northeasterly winds today at 10 to 20 miles per hour and much cooler conditions with temperatures today reaching the 70s, all thanks to a front that is now down to our south, which is why some of us early this morning saw some rainfall. But most of the rain right now is going to be pushing down to our south as that front continues to clear the coastal bend. We're at 67 degrees currently in Beeville, 70 degrees in Sinton, 71 in Corpus Christi, upper 60s for Rockport, and down to 68 degrees in Freer. So here's that front continuing to push down to the south. Again, early this morning, we were tracking some showers. We're not seeing anything significant at the moment. Most of the rainfall that we had early this morning in Kennedy County is now offshore. However, we can't rule out a few isolated showers throughout the morning, this afternoon, as well as the evening hours as our clouds continue to stick around with temperatures in the 70s. We'll talk a little bit more about your forecast, plus looking at some more rain later on this evening coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you so very much, Kellyanne. First Edition has an update to breaking news we brought you first yesterday. 3 people are waking up in custody this morning after a Homeland Security internet sex crimes investigation showed up at their Robstown home.
A warrant was issued after the feds built a case leading to the arrest of one man for child pornography. While serving that warrant, a large amount of drugs were discovered inside the home and guns, according to Chief of Police Mike Tamez.
The names of those arrested have been released. They are 30-year-old Daniel Flores. He faces a charge of promotion and possession of child pornography. 25-year-old Joel Salinas and 22-year-old Isabel Garcia face various charges in connection with the drugs and guns.
A massive AI data center is coming to the Coastal Bend. With it, questions about what it could mean for our region's water supply. The company behind the project, HUT8, says that the new facility near Robstown will not rely on local water for cooling operations. The company says the campus will use a closed-loop system, filled one with time with a water source from outside Nueces County. And they also claim it could operate for years without needing to be replaced. HUT8 has signed a 15-year, $9.8 billion lease for the project. It's expected to open next year, creating more than 100 permanent jobs.
Bee County leaders are touting success of one of their newest water wells, claiming it's exceeding their water expectations.
It's all part of the city's strategic plan to curb water shortfalls. And our Josh Maxwell shows us why their plan could be a welcome sign as South Texas towns face similar challenges.
As communities continue looking for new ways to diversify their water sources, leaders in B County have seen gushing results with the production of their newest water well.
Initially, they had estimated that this well would produce around 1,200 gallons per minute. And currently it's flowing about 1,500 to 1,800 gallons a minute.
It's the kind of number Beeville leaders say could be a game changer, especially if drought conditions get worse and area lake levels keep dropping.
This one well potentially can supply about 3/4 of the water that Beeville needs right now currently.
It's a move Beeville City Manager Andy Jocelyn says is needed as B County continues to see projected growth.
We've had national home builders that are looking in our area. Of course, they wanted us to address the water concerns so that we can adequately provide for our current citizens and then also for the new development that's coming.
Jocelyn says this is all part of the city's strategic plan to boost water infrastructure.
We're going to move on to our phase 2, which is additional wells. And then our phase 3 is new technology that's coming into the industry so that we diversified in our water production.
Puente says that regardless of their plan, they want to make sure they're being mindful of their neighbors, who also call B County home.
We're going down into the Jasper. It's 1,000 feet below any, shallow wells that our local ranchers and rural communities dig into.
Okay, later today, with a handful of CCISD campuses set to close next year in the latest consolidation effort, all are set to host the community to a final walkthrough. Then you're invited to join. Starting at 5:30 tonight, Sanders and Tom Brown Elementaries and Hassan Martin Middle Schools will open their doors to you. Tomorrow, Travis Elementary is inviting you out as well at 5. Near the end of the month, Fannin and Castores Elementaries will all say farewell.
Talk about an exciting and emotional time over Veterans Memorial High School. Big milestones are being celebrated this morning for several graduates. They are the first in a family to walk the stage, and this is the 14th year CCISD has recognized this accomplishment. It honors those first in their families to receive a certificate and pursue higher education. 182 students were recognized last night in attendance. Citgo awarding a number of those students with $1,000 college scholarships. Congratulations.
This is the first scholarship I've received so far. I would say being first in family is something I'm very proud of. It's a cycle I get to break. And I'm happy to be the first in my family to do it.
It takes a village to raise a child and a student. And many of our students have many challenges from the beginning of when they enter school to the day they graduate. I think it just says a lot that the district has come together to support them in every way we can and their parents to reach this milestone. And so we're happy to recognize them tonight.
The ceremony highlighted students who are setting to shape the world in a better place. Again, congratulations.
Okay, speaking of students shaping our future, there could be some future broadcasters out there.
Ooh, interesting. A group of 4th graders from Tolosa Midway ISD stopped by our studios after we got off set yesterday to learn about our industry. They got an exclusive behind-the-scene tour of how we craft news affecting them directly.
That's right. They met with On Air Talent, talked with our production squad. And
you look so relaxed right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought we were taking a picture. Jeremy's over there videoing us. Yeah, our production squad. They got to hop in front of the cameras and see how it all comes together. We even got a special shout out from a 3 News mega fan.
On behalf of Tolosa Midway ISD, thank you 3 News First Edition for making the amazing tour of your station. Choose to make it a great day.
That is your saying. Did you write that for her, Bethany?
Oh, you know
you
I
did so good.
Bethany Carranza rocked it. All the kids were great, curious, and ready to show off what they learned at their school's morning newscast. So hopefully renewed energy this morning.
How long were they here?
A while. No, what's cool is they memorize their newscasts.
Okay.
I can't do that. They rock it.
They recognized your saying. I mean, they memorized your saying.
Mm-hmm. Choose to make it a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, today is going to be a great day because we have cooler conditions. So if you're going to be heading out to Buck Days, beautiful day for it. Just keep in mind we'll have a couple of passing showers possible. But look at those temperatures this afternoon. Into the mid-70s. We may feel like the lower 80s just because we have a little bit of humidity. But overall, we're going to be much cooler than this time yesterday by over 10 degrees. Across the board this afternoon, we'll top out into the 70s. Winds today pick up out of the northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, all thanks to our front that is now down to our south. Now, early this morning, we may have a couple of showers. Right now, we're tracking a few showers working through Beeville, continuing to pass through Beeville and eventually exit B County. We were also seeing a couple of showers out in Kennedy County pushing offshore. Most of that has now dissipated. But as we go throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening, we can't rule out a few isolated showers, otherwise mostly cloudy with our temperatures into the 70s. Now, what we can expect over the next 24 hours or so is some changes. So this morning, this afternoon, and early this evening, mostly cloudy, a couple of showers. But by midnight tonight, there's some thunderstorms that develop in Mexico, push through Laredo and I-35, working into our western counties and then eventually pushing across the coastal bend very early tomorrow morning. This is something that the the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted as an area to watch. So an isolated strong to severe storm is possible overnight tonight and very early tomorrow morning. And then we get another round of storms arriving tomorrow evening. We'll have more details on that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kellyanne. First Edition is preparing to take you into the heart of Buck Days this morning.
Yes, we got behind-the-scenes access to bull riding, all the rodeo traditions, and the people who make it all possible. A live report is on the horizon.
It was a big night on the baseball and softball diamonds to kick off the next round of the playoffs. We're heading to Beeville for some action. It's coming up next in sports.
We're in Kingsville, and this is the new Nissan Pre-Owned location. After decades of selling used cars and trucks in South Texas, we figured it was time for a fresh lot in a brand new building. We house one of the largest inventories in South Texas, with over 200 nice, clean, used vehicles and fresh units arriving daily. We sell used cars that you can trust. Every vehicle comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. You can't find a better deal or a better selection than at the all-new Nissan Pre-Owned in Kingsville.
Your budget's set, but don't you fret, cause HEB has price cuts. Get the whole list done and find the dog something fun.
HEB has cut thousands of prices on things families need, so look for the tags and save.
We were going to have a pool party. As I was going in through the home and gardening section, they had watered the plants, hadn't set out any caution cones, just walking and there I went. I had a torn ACL and I had L1, 2, 3, and 4 were herniated. I got on the phone, called Herman & Herman, and they got right on top of everything. It worked out great. When I did get with the team and they told me the amount, I was like, okay, I mean, that's good. We can work with that. Trust me on this. These guys know what they're doing, professionals all the way across the boards.
At Dawood Dental, our legacy continues with a team dedicated to the next generation of dental care. Dr. Haysam Dawood, Dr. Steve Villarreal, and Dr. David Dawood deliver a seamless, fully digital experience from start to finish for faster turnaround and greater comfort. From Invisalign to cosmetic and restorative dentistry, transforming your smile has never been easier, with financing options available. And from day one, you're treated like family. Ready for a better dental experience? Call Dawood Dental today, where tradition meets technology and your smile comes first.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
It looked like you needed to install a new unit.
That's right, and I'm proud of my 1-hour team.
What does it take to win at this level?
You gotta give it 110%. There's things that this team does that just don't show up on the invoice, Trent.
That's all, guys.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Beeville, the place to be last night. 3 local teams were playing in 2 games 5 minutes apart, but I know it's a lot of numbers and it's early, so let's get to the highlights. Hebronville and Banquetti squaring off at Coastal Bend College, an all-local area-round baseball series, 3A Division II. Now, this was a pitcher's duel pretty much throughout. Here, 3-2 count. Hebronville's Jaden Guardian with the strikeout looking. The Bulldogs were hoping to load up the bases there. Didn't happen. But Banquetti's J.Z. Smithwick, he was dealing too. Smithwick here getting the strikeout, swinging. Both these teams putting up zeros early. Now, Banchetti trying to get something going with the small ball later, but watch here. Guardian going to come off the mound, making the nice play here. The spin, getting the runner at first. He was the guardian of Hebbronville last night. The Longhorns eventually break through with a solo homer. Hebbronville takes this one 2-0, and they'll skip a day today, head to San Diego for Game 2 tomorrow. How about some other Coastal Bend baseball action? Robstown rallies to top Freeport Brazosport 4-3 up in Palacios. They too will skip today. The Pickers going for the series win tomorrow back there at the Sharks Field. Over on the softball side, 17th ranked Ingleside taking on Cuero, Game 1 of their 4A D2 region semifinal series in Beeville. Here in the second, the Mustangs, Kai Sanchez to left, one hopping the wall. That's going to be an RBI ground rule double. Made it 1-0. Then later in the inning, Kaylee Marua here, just out of reach. That's another RBI knock. Made it 2-0 Mustangs. Now, Kylie Ward, she was solid on the mound. Only gave up 2 unearned runs. But here, Ward getting the strikeout swing and getting the Mustangs back to the dugout. And they got those runs back here in the 4th inning. It's Marua again. Now this time, it's going to be hauled in out in right. Nice grab here, but heads-up play by Ruby Eppard. She was hauling around from second base. The aggressive base running pays off as Eppard slides home safe. Ingleside wins 4-2. They will be back there later tonight in Beeville looking for the series sweep. Taking a look at the other softball scores, 23rd ranked Veterans Memorial goes down in Game 1 to number 8 Leander, 9-2. Parker Malone, 2 solo shots, but that was the Eagles' only offense. Vets will look to keep its season alive later on tonight back there in Karnes City. And Carroll opened up against 25th ranked Liberty Hill up in Yoakum, but the Tigers go down by a final of 8-3. So they too looking to keep their season alive, but that series will resume tomorrow over at San Antonio Southwest. And hey, we have a big night of action tonight as well, hoping to get most of it in. The weather looking like maybe it'll cooperate tonight, but big slate of games for you. We'll give you a little sneak peek coming up tonight on 3 News at 6. That'll do it for me. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. If you're a Spurs fan, you're definitely waking up with a smile this morning after San Antonio dominated the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah, good match off there. The Spurs evened out the series 1-1 with a 133-95 win last night. Next, the team's headed to Minnesota for Game 3 tomorrow night.
Go Spurs, go. All right, the South Texas Rodeo spirit is alive and well this morning at Buck Days.
It certainly is, and our Alexis Green is live at Rodeo Corpus Christi with a behind-the-scenes look at the tradition, community, and excitement that's taking place today. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning, John Thomas. Good morning, Barbie. I am here with Buck Commissioner Fred Dodds. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you for having us. Now, we were chatting. You've been here for 34 years, since the inception of the rodeo. Talk
That's
about
correct.
that.
Well, 34 years ago, or about 35 years ago, really, the head of the Buccaneer Commission noticed that the only thing that brought in money for us to put on Buck Days was the carnival, and he didn't think that was a very good business model. And so he assigned me and a couple of other guys to come up with an idea that would make money so that we had at least 2 things that would bring in money so that we could have Buck Days the next year. We came back and said we're going to do a rodeo. And golly, we couldn't imagine what we were getting into.
Like you said, the first year was $50,000 you brought in?
We were in the black, $50,000, and we've made money every year.
Ever since. Love to have it. Well, it's a very beloved tradition here in the Coastal Bend. Thanks to you guys for bringing it. We've been having so much fun over the last few days of Buck Days, but there's still more to come. Talk about some events tonight as well as this weekend. We got the barbecue on the bay, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, we've got barbecue going on, and of course we got another rodeo going on tonight. And then we've got carnivals later on at the Hispanic music festival going on tonight after the rodeo. And then this weekend we have we got Friday night rodeo, and then Saturday we've got our finals. And this weekend, we also have more robotics competition.
Okay, yes, and
And
that's been really
fascinating,
exciting. Yeah.
yes. High schoolers building robots and programming them and then competing with other
And
high
being
schoolers.
noticed by the big guys, you said. You've seen some pretty impressive sponsors
yes,
picking them
industry
up.
loves that.
And we do too. Well, thank you, Fred. We really appreciate you joining us this morning. Like you mentioned, there is a lot more rodeo where that came from. And speaking of rodeo, we're going to have Miss Sissy Wynn on the next hour right here on First Edition. You might have heard of her. Back to you guys in studio.
Wow,
Rodeo queen.
Surrounded by queens this morning.
Absolutely. And tonight, don't forget, it's the Hano night. David Ligarza, los musicales.
You're going to be out there.
Of course.
Every year.
Of course.
Lot to celebrate.
Come on now.
And
Come
you're,
on.
in,
9 o'clock. Come on.
you're
come on.
inside, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
what's going
yes.
on
I know
out the
Killian
way.
was asking, is a concert outside? No, it's inside. Once the rodeo's done, the stage comes from above, or comes down. And it's on.
Yeah, well, and I was asking that too because I know a lot of people want to go to these concerts, and we have rain in the forecast, which I know we need, but you know, for outdoor plans, it's kind of like, okay, what's happening here? So good news is that the concerts are indoors, so we don't have to really worry about that. Okay, so getting you out the door this morning, if you step outside, you're going to notice it's a little bit cooler than this time yesterday. Many of us about 5 to nearly 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So it's not a huge difference, but it does make a difference. We're down to 66 in Beeville, 70 degrees in Sinton and in Robstown, 68 degrees in Freer, upper 60s for Rockport, and 71 degrees in Port A. Now this afternoon, you're definitely going to notice the cooler conditions. Our temperatures this afternoon topping out in the middle 70s all across the board. Winds will pick up at about 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the northeast, so keeping that cooler air around. And it's all thanks to this front that is now down to the south. This front will stall out in South Texas, and that will help to keep our cloud cover around and our rain chances elevated for the day ahead. Now, early this morning, we were tracking some showers moving through Beeville. Most of that is now beginning to push towards Goliad. So many of us right now are dry, 1 or 2 showers possible this morning, then looking ahead to the afternoon and evening, up to a 20% coverage of rainfall. So just expect some showers throughout the day. It's not going to ruin a lot of those outdoor plans. However, just some passing showers, cloudy and mild. Then tonight, we're going to be tracking more rainfall. So early tomorrow morning, 1, 2 o'clock, we'll get some showers and thunderstorms pushing into our western counties, pushing across from west to east throughout the early morning hours. Then by this time tomorrow, most of that activity should be offshore. Friday afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, we'll get another round of rain developing up to about a 30% coverage at times. A mix of sun and clouds, temperatures warming back up into the 80s. Then Friday evening, we have another piece of energy, a shortwave trough that will help to produce some showers and thunderstorms in Mexico and Laredo that will push into our brush country locations around 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. We'll be tracking scattered rain and scattered thunderstorms throughout the evening hours by 10 o'clock, hitting our central and our coastal locations, pushing offshore right around midnight on Saturday, but we'll still have a couple of lingering showers in the mix for Saturday morning and early afternoon. Now, until about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, the Storm Prediction Center has placed much of the coastal bend underneath an isolated severe weather threat. If anything does turn severe tomorrow morning, it would most likely be due to hail. Then tomorrow evening, those showers and thunderstorms we were just talking about, that's highlighted by the Weather Prediction Center for the potential of some localized flooding. Right now, we're not in a severe weather risk for Friday evening, but that could change. But with all the heavy rainfall that's expected, some localized flooding can't be ruled out. There's going to be a low that develops, and that's going to pretty much pull away from the coastal bend Saturday afternoon and evening. High pressure will settle in on Sunday for Mother's Day, so the rain clears out for Mother's Day, but it's going to be hot. So Saturday, about a 20% coverage of rain. And then on Mother's Day, on Sunday, mostly sunny, 92, and we'll continue the heat going into next week.
Thank you, Kellyanne. Beach to Bay is less than 2 weeks away, and runners across the coastal bend, including our own KIII teams, are already training for the big race.
Yeah, Corpus Christi Run Club's even hosting a weekly shakeout run at a bus downtown. The free community run gives you a chance to build endurance and practice running in our heat.
It's free for everybody. All ages, all paces are welcome. You don't necessarily need to come out here and run a 6-minute mile or 7-minute mile. They can come at their own pace. I am actually running Beach to Bay with Carly, the weather lady here at Channel 3 also. So yeah, I'm going to be running with her, yes.
And what leg are you running?
Either 5 or 6. Carly hasn't told me which one I'm doing. I think she's going to surprise me on that one.
That sounds like Carly.
That is Chief Meteorologist
You'll know when
Carly.
you get there.
All right. Good luck to all of the teams, including, of course, our all KIII teams. I believe we have 2 teams out there
That's awesome.
this year. So congratulations for putting all that together, Carly.
Yeah. Okay, continuing to follow developing news. A body found out on the Padre Island National Seashore.
In the next hour on First Edition, the investigation underway. What we are learning so far.
An accident with a company car, truck, SUV, van, or fleet vehicle is not just another car accident. Thomas J. Henry has a team of skilled company vehicle accident attorneys ready to fight for you. And with our no-win, no-fee promise, you can get the representation you deserve without worrying about upfront costs, because you don't pay unless we win. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for our clients. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Reliant is the home of free electricity, so your home can be the home of endless possibilities. With the Flex Your Credits plan, your 2 highest use days are free every week automatically. And with $200 in bill credits, your dreams are closer than you think.
Call 1-866-RELIANT or scan the code to start saving with Flex Your Credits.
Oops. Flex Your Credits from Reliant. That's power your way.
Welcome to Apple Dental Center in Corpus Christi, where your smile is our top priority. Our dedicated team of professionals combines advanced technology with personalized care to ensure you receive the best dental experience. From routine cleanings to complex procedures, we offer comprehensive services tailored to your needs. At Apple Dental Center, we make your comfort and health our mission. Discover why so many trust us with their smiles. Visit us today and see the difference care can make.
At Rooms To Go, get ready to sleep better and save with your choice of 3 top-of-the-line mattress brands. Easy to buy thanks to 72-month interest-free financing. Financing for a limited time only. That's 6 years, no interest, no worries. Choose from the latest Beautyrest Black, Stearns & Foster, or Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Premium choices with 6-year interest-free financing. It's the perfect time to save during the mattress sale at Rooms To Go.
The more you search, the more you find. From brick-laid streets to greens that stay on the mind. From a sense of adventure that leads to the brush, or to a feeling of victory, of joy, that rush. That time can be had in the day or the night, because any time in Laredo always feels just right. Let the lights draw you in, and sounds take you away. Come visit Laredo and join us this way.
All right, getting a look at your forecast over the next 3 days. Temperatures today into the mid-70s. A few possible showers then this evening, especially early tomorrow morning. We'll track scattered rain with a couple of thunderstorms. Warmer tomorrow, and then another round of rain for tomorrow evening. And then on Saturday, we'll start off with some showers clearing by the afternoon. Temperatures in the 80s.
Okay. Hey, I love the 80s. Didn't you know? Okay, that's going to do it for this first hour, but stand by. 3 more hours, Rodeo Corpus Christi, live at the rodeo grounds. I mean, you can't go wrong. A beautiful shot of Buck Days right now as they are getting ready for the masses later today. We're so happy you're starting your morning with us. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Stay with us. We got it planned out. Don't worry.
Corpus Christi, our watershed region is experiencing severe drought conditions affecting our water supply, and there's no significant rain in sight. We've moved into Stage 3 drought status to protect our resources during these challenging conditions. By pausing outdoor watering and limiting what we use, each of us can make a difference. Visit stage3.cctexas.com to learn how you can help. Together, let's protect our water supply for today and tomorrow.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope with all of the things that we had tried, and that's what led me to the Good Feet store. And when I found the Good Feet system, it really just changed everything. It brought me back to life. I have my active lifestyle back.
You too can get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
When the job demands power, precision, and performance, turn to Scheinberg Tool Company. From Milwaukee to DeWalt Tools and every trusted brand in between, we've got the tools that work just as hard as you do. Whether you're a pro on the job or a weekend warrior, Scheinberg Tool is your one-stop shop for tools, equipment, and expert advice. Scheinberg Tool has a huge wide selection of power tools, hand tools, ladders, and safety equipment. Scheinberg Tool Company, powering your work with quality tools you can trust.
Winning cases is only part of the story. What our clients talk about isn't just the result, it's how they were treated along the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Get ready for the weekend with the 3 News Weekend Guide every Friday morning during First Edition.
Sponsored by Visit Corpus Christi.
Looking for fresh ideas to make the most of your weekend? Visit Corpus Christi has you covered. Explore the city's best events, festivals, live music, family activities, and hidden gems all in one place. Your coast, your community, your adventure to discover at visitcorpuschristi.com. Corpus Christi, your Gulf Coast capital.
Officer down. It's Sergeant Grant.
We gotta get in the OR!
I'm losing a lot of blood.
Hold pressure. Cardiac arrest! Go, go!
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 3 News Plus.
New to our studios this morning, human remains found along the national seashore. What we are learning, the investigation underway.
Plus, expanding water resources. What steps one South Texas water district is taking to address demand during drought, how it's creating flexibility.
And the experts prepping how coastal bend emergency agencies are planning for hurricane season, what it means for your natural disaster prep.
Good morning, South Texas. I'm John Thomas Cobos.
And I'm Barbie Leo at 6 a.m. Thursday, May 7th. Good morning, John Thomas. Good morning, Kellyanne.
Good morning.
Happy Friday, Junior, everybody.
Yes, Friday, Junior. One day closer to the weekend. And then it feels like there's always changes on Friday. Like last Friday, we had rain. There's a potential for this Friday to have rain. No one's complaining because we need the rain.
Yes.
But if you have any outdoor plans, especially if you're heading out to Buck Days, you want to be aware of the forecast. Not dealing with a lot of rainfall right now. The bigger story at this moment is going to be the temperature change from this time yesterday. We're about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday across the coastal bend. So we're down to 66 in Beeville. It's 70 degrees in Corpus Christi, Sinton, Robstown, Alice, Kingsville. We're at 68 in Freer, and we're in the upper 60s in Rockport. It's all thanks to this front that is now down to our south. There were a couple of showers early this morning out in B County, most of that now working across Goliad. The other thing, it feels very nice outside with dew point temperatures in the 50s up north, 60s for our central spots, and even for some of our southern spots as well. So when we have dew point temperatures in the low and mid 60s, it feels comfortable, but you're really feeling that comfortable air out in B County at the moment. What can we expect for the rest of the day ahead? Well, temperatures are not going to warm up much today. We'll see our highs reach the mid 70s. We'll have mostly cloudy conditions and a few passing showers throughout the day. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll talk a little bit more about today's rainfall plus Friday's rain chances.
Thank you, Kelly. And we continue to follow breaking news. Overnight, human remains were found along Padre Island National Seashore.
The Kingsville Record is reporting the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office received a call around 7:45 last night about those remains discovered near the shoreline.
Yeah, authorities called park rangers, who shortly after confirmed the bodily remains appeared to be human.
The Claiborne County Sheriff's Office, along with local agencies, are investigating the cause of death and who this person is. Stay with 3 News on air and online for the latest.
The Nueces County Medical Examiner has identified a man whose remains were found Tuesday morning in Petronilla. 79-year-old Romeo Rocha's body was found on Belk Lane near the Small Towns Elementary School. Details on how he died and ended up there are still under investigation. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
First Edition is tracking a long-awaited water switch currently underway in Robstown.
Yeah, a local water district is starting taking treated water from the city of Corpus Christi in a move officials claim should improve water quality.
Our Michael Gibson dove into this newer resource and shows us why area leaders say this gives the district more flexibility in addressing their water needs.
The water district over here in Robstown has been working with the city of Corpus Christi to get some of its water piped into the system here. And today, it is finally happening.
As you can see on this control panel, pump number 1 is now running at the Water District's booster station. That station is now serving as a distribution center sending Corpus Christi water right into a system that has faced concerns over arsenic and total dissolved solids, or TDS.
The arsenic levels have come down within the last couple of months, so arsenic hasn't been an issue. It was the TDS. So it's a great feeling that, that we're going to start giving the residents here of Robstown some better treated water.
The Water District received a variance from the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, allowing it to begin taking treated Corpus Christi water sooner than later.
We made an agreement with the City of Corpus where we would lease out 5 million gallons of water rights to City of Corpus for the next 3 years. And in exchange, we would get 3 million gallons of treated water from the City of Corpus.
Turning this into a distribution center also gives the district more options. It can keep taking treated water from Corpus Christi, or, if conditions improve, switch back to river water.
If we miraculously get a hurricane this year to fill up those lakes, the river comes back to normal, then we basically shut off the system from Corpus and we start running back to our water rights.
The water is now moving through the district system, but officials say it could still take weeks before that water is fully blended into what customers are using at the tap. Michael Gibson, 3 News.
Thank you, Michael. Even more South Texas water providers are feeling the impact of Corpus Christi's changing credit outlook. S&P Ratings has placed 5 water districts and municipalities that receive water from Corpus Christi on a negative credit watch. Those groups include the Alice Water Authority, Nueces County WCIDs 3 and 4, and the City of Portland, as well as the San Patricio Municipal Water District. The credit agency did not upgrade or downgrade any of their current ratings. However, warned the change reflects growing concerns about long-term water supply challenges in South Texas.
One man is waking up in critical condition this morning following a major crash near Odom. Troopers responded to 37 and 77 after a driver in a construction zone improperly took a curve and crashed, hitting an unoccupied construction truck. Halo Flight rushed that driver to an area hospital. DPS wants to remind you this morning, slow down in construction zones. Watch out for crews working and follow all warning signs.
Hurricane season is just over 3 weeks away, and that's why emergency agencies across the coastal bend are gathering for their annual hurricane conference.
That's right. The event focuses on preparing South Texas for a worst-case scenario, ready to respond in a time of need.
Our Lydia Herrera shows us their planning and how it will affect your safety should a natural disaster strike.
I've been prowling here for
With less than a month before hurricane season officially starts, Jace Johnson with Corpus Christi Emergency Management says hurricane preparedness is something they focus on year-round.
So we're just always in a continuous process of updating our plans and training, educating the public, making sure that not only our city teams are ready, our regional partners, we're all in calibration with each other, in coordination with each other.
Corey Montais with the National Weather Service says hurricane season is unpredictable, but preparation makes a big difference.
There's always a chance. We always have to be prepared here. As far as this year goes, it's hard to say, what our probabilities are. Every year of any kind of tropical system impacting somewhere along the Texas coast is almost a 90% chance. So there's high odds that something will be nearby.
Something new this season is the Regional Reverse Alert System Johnson says will make an impact.
Before it was just the emergency notification system for Nueces County and the City of Corpus Christi. Now we brought on our regional counties to include San Pat, Aransas, and Refugio. So now we're all under the same umbrella, under the same branding, which makes it a lot easier for the residents and the folks in our area to understand.
Montais says the Texas coastline is known for big storms, and while no 2 storms are the same, each one should be taken seriously.
As far as major hurricanes go, the last one was Harvey in 2017. We average one about every 9 years. So we're closing in on that. So certainly something that we always need to be prepared for and have a plan for.
Officials say preparing for hurricane season isn't just about watching the forecast. It's about being ready no matter what.
The reality is it doesn't really matter what the forecast is because it only takes one, right? And we want to make sure that we're prepared, not only us, if it happens to our neighbors, we want to be there for them as well.
Lydia Herrera, 3 News.
And they're not the only ones that are prepping. First Edition wants to make sure you are weather aware for hurricane season.
This is day 4 of Hurricane Preparedness Week with the theme to get moving when a storm threatens, right, Kellyanne?
You always have to be ready to evacuate whenever that time comes. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Protect your home by securing outdoor items and taking any last-minute precautions before that storm arrives. Know your sheltering options ahead of time and make a plan for your pets. Since most shelters will only allow service animals, please keep your pets with you if you decide to go. Keep a go bag packed with essentials like medications, chargers, important documents, and hygiene supplies, and make sure your phone is charged and your tank is filled up. Be a good neighbor. Please check on elderly neighbors and others who may need extra help during severe weather situations or tropical systems. And importantly, if local officials issue an evacuation order, leave early and follow instructions to stay safe. For more information on Hurricane Preparedness Week, go to noaa.gov/hurricane-prep or visit our website, KIIITV.com. And of course, download that app to your smartphone. And don't forget to set up those alerts. May 30th, you've probably heard that many times this week at 6:30. That's when our hurricane special will air.
We'll see
Can't wait
you
for
there.
that. Absolutely. I have it scheduled.
Yes.
It is in my planner.
Absolutely.
It's on my phone. June 1st, just 25 days away. Hard to believe.
Oh my goodness. May is flying by already.
Flying by. Then we're in hurricane season and hot conditions too. But thankfully, we will have some changes on the way. So we're not quite at summer just yet. But yes, we're 25 days away until the official start of hurricane season. No hot conditions today, and that is all thanks to a front that is down to our south. It's a cold front that will drop our temperatures this afternoon into the 70s. Now, in terms of rainfall this morning, not seeing a lot of rain. There are just a couple of showers popping up in eastern Refugio County, but that's all we have at the moment. Throughout the day today, whether it's this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, we'll have mostly cloudy conditions, some passing showers possible. And then late tonight, we'll track some changes on the way for early tomorrow morning. But because of that cloud cover, our temperatures are really not going to warm up much this afternoon. Plus, we'll have that northerly wind pulling in that cooler air. So mostly cloudy throughout the day today, some on and off showers in the morning, afternoon, and evening, and our high temperatures this afternoon into the mid-70s, anywhere from about 73 to 77 degrees. Our winds today pick up at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then tomorrow, our wind changes direction out of the southeast, so that's going to pump in that warm air. Temperatures are back in the 80s tomorrow with more humidity. So today, we're still the humid category, but it's just slightly above that comfortable category going into the humid category. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're just dealing with humid conditions. This is all ahead of warm air for Mother's Day, and even ahead of Mother's Day, we'll track some more rain. We'll have all those details coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kellyanne. Rodeo Corpus Christi featuring some of the best and brightest.
Yeah, we're back live in downtown. Meet the rodeo queen and some of the volunteers making the show one to remember.
Winning cases is only part of the story. What our clients talk about isn't just the result, it's how they were treated along the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Nobody does color like Rooms to Go. Bright, bold, totally you. So add a pop with a piece or bring your whole room to life. Only one place gives you color options like this. Shop sofas that wow, sectionals that stand out, and beautiful room packages that make decorating easy. Start with a piece or start with a palette and see what color can do for you. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible at Rooms to Go.
You ready, Mowgli?
Matthews CCAC is here to keep watch over the Bay and Corpus Christi with AC service and featuring plumbing as well as electrical. When your home needs rescue, we will be there. So there is one number to call for all your AC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Matthews CCAC. Keeping watch over the Bay.
Sames Ford is bringing it back.
Employee pricing, you pay what we pay.
Employee pricing is back right now at Sames Ford. You pay what we pay. Employee pricing for everybody, plus fantastic discounts on the 2026 F-150 XLTs, the STX, and Lariat. And we even have employee pricing on the 2026 Ford Explorer.
So you pay what we pay.
American value for American values. Employee pricing all month long at Sames Ford. You pay what we pay.
arrested for trafficking young girls, sold, abused, facing life in prison. But Ken Paxton cut him a deal. No prison, no sex offender registry, no justice for the victims. Paxton let him walk, and it led to his arrest again, this time for an armed felony, assault. Paxton didn't just fail once. He betrayed more victims of sex trafficking, them and all Texans. Texans for Conservative Majority is responsible for the content of this ad.
Thomas J. Henry, built to fight.
We will continue to keep you updated.
3 News at 6 and 10. Keeping you informed. Watch the team you trust for what matters most. 3 News at 6 and 10 and streaming on 3 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Good morning. Welcome back to 3 News First Edition. It is 6:13. A new search underway into the killing of Kristen Smart. Later in GMA, the renewed hunt 3 decades after captivating the nation.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new search in a case that gripped the nation. 30 years after the disappearance of Kristen Smart, this morning investigators are conducting a new search at the home of her killer's mother. Paul Flores was convicted of Smart's murder in 2022, but Smart's body has still not been found.
It is necessary to remove you from society so that you can no longer prey on and victimize women.
The podcast Your Own Backyard is credited with helping crack the case. The host of the show now posting these photos of Flores' mother, Susan, answering the door Wednesday when investigators showed up with a search warrant.
The last time that Susan's house was searched with ground-penetrating radar, I believe, was in 2000, so it's been 26 years, and so hopefully they're just turning over every stone now.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this new development. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep you out of the picture. Now, there's Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Control of my symptoms means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Get back in the picture. Skyrizi is proven to help deliver relief, repair, and remission. Feel significant symptom relief as early as 4 weeks. Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year, and help people achieve lasting remission.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or UC.
Ready to get back in the picture with Skyrizi?
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and UC combined.
Okay, welcome back to First Edition. We hope you're having a great start to your morning. 6:15 on the clock in our studios. Bulls, boots, buckles.
Yes, I'm in.
All
Let's
the
do
bees,
it.
the killer bees, yeah, back in full swing this morning.
We are getting a chance to meet some of the talent this morning. A multi-time champion. In first place right now, Alexis Green joins us live. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning, Barbie. Good morning, John Thomas. Joining me is Sissy Wynn, a hometown champ. You might have recognized her. Maybe you come out to the rodeo. How are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm so blessed. I'm just so excited to be here and compete at Saturday in the finals.
Exactly. Tell us about how this week's gone and then what that means next.
I did really well a couple nights ago. I'm sitting first right now. We've got a couple really good rodeos or performances the next 2 nights, so hopefully we'll be coming to the final Saturday night, but I have a feeling we will be.
That is super exciting news. Now, this is not new to you. You are hometown. You're from Chapman Ranch, and you've won this before. Talk about some of those wins here.
Oh, there's nothing like running in your hometown rodeo. It's so special. Literally in the back, I can hear the crowd. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually at my hometown rodeo, but it's so special. In 2023, I won it, and then 2024, I got second. And now I'm sitting first in the round, so then we'll have to see what happens Saturday.
That's exciting. So once again, those finals are this Saturday. Sissy Wynn is barrel racing. So
Correct.
Talk about, you started off mutton busting, you did all the things. Tell us about that.
Well, I've grown up here. I mean, this is a hometown rodeo, like I said. I love it. I remember sitting in the stands as a kid, and then as I got older, I did the little mutton busting. I'd get my trophy at the end. And then I was Miss Rodeo Texas Teen. I'd carry sponsor flags around here. And then now I'm doing what I've always wanted to do and run barrels here.
That's super exciting. With a name like Sissy Wynn, it's hard to not recognize her. Plus, the bright colors. I was telling you, I've sat right there, and you're hard to miss. You're so fast. Tell us about your horse and your outfits.
My outfits are pretty sparkly. Saturday, I'll have a pretty sparkly outfit, but Scoop is the horse I'm competing on right now. He's my heart horse, as we describe it. I'll never sell him. He's my 1 in a million horse. And I'm so excited that I get to run here Saturday.
And you were telling me you've done plenty of rodeos from all of them, but you really like this one. Why is that?
Absolutely. I've been all over the U.S., Canada, Houston, California, but I love Corpus Christi. I love the fans here, and I just love this rodeo.
And we love you, Sissy. Well, thank you for joining us. We're going to get to know a little bit more in just a bit. Don't go anywhere, but for now, we're going to pass it back to you guys in studio.
Thank you, Lexus. I'm all about the sparkles.
Okay, if Sissy Wynn, that name sounds familiar, we have documented her very well here at 3 News. Bill Churchwell's done multiple reports on her, been out there for all of her accomplishments. She is crushing it. Not to tout her too much, but go to our website and check it out. Just do a search of her name. You cannot go wrong. You will be inspired again.
As soon as I heard Sissy, I thought Urban Cowboy. Classic movie. Have you ever seen it?
I'm sure.
Oh my goodness, Kellyanne, you need to watch that.
No, but I really want to watch her now because I love her outfits.
Oh, absolutely. All the sparkles.
Take a look at the screen. Some of the events coming up for Best of Buck today. You can't go wrong.
That's right. From 2 to 6, Buck Days, a food show. And then at 5, well, you know, you can have some mariachi, the Javelina Mariachi from Kingsville, Ballet Folclórico as well at 7 p.m. Dia de Vaquero. And tonight it's Devily Garza y Los Musicales. They take the stage. Yes.
Food and mariachi?
That's
You're going to lose your voice? You're going to be singing and screaming at the top of your lungs?
Yes, featuring Jay Perez and also featuring Emilio Navarro's sons. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Big lineup.
So exciting.
I'm excited.
Very good.
Okay, and indoors.
Indoors. I'm even more excited about that.
Okay, good. Indoors. It's good because we are going to have some showers possible rolling through the evening hours. Let's talk about at least the temperatures, though, because it's a huge difference from yesterday compared to today. Yesterday, we reached 89 degrees. Today, we're at 77. It's all thanks to the cold front that we've been talking about all morning long. Temperatures across the board, no matter if you're in our northern spots, central spots, western, southern spots, all into the mid-70s. We'll have a northerly wind picking up at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So our front right now is down to the south. That front's going to stay down to the south throughout the day today and into tomorrow. And that's where we'll keep those rain chances elevated. We'll also get a couple of waves of energy rolling through that will help to increase our shower and thunderstorm potential. So at least for this afternoon, we're looking at a few isolated showers this evening, and very early tomorrow morning, we'll have some showers, some thunderstorms roll in from the west around Laredo, push into the coastal bend. Friday afternoon, some showers and thunderstorms developing due to heat and humidity. Then Friday evening, keep this in mind, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we'll get another batch of energy, upper level energy rolling through. That will help to quickly develop showers and thunderstorms pushing across the coastal bend. So it's going to be some heavy rainfall and some much needed rainfall. Overall, we're looking at about a ½ inch to an inch of precipitation, but underneath those heavier downpours, we will see some locally higher amounts. At least for this morning and this afternoon, we'll have a few isolated showers, spotty showers in nature, mostly cloudy conditions, and those temperatures gradually warming. Then tonight, very early tomorrow morning until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll watch for the potential of a strong to severe storm as those thunderstorms develop overnight and early tomorrow morning. So the Storm Prediction Center has us at an isolated severe weather threat. If anything does turn severe, it would likely be due to hail. So let's time out that piece hour by hour. Here's a look at midnight and just after. We're still mostly cloudy, a couple of showers, but here comes those thunderstorms rolling across the coastal bend 2, 3, 4 o'clock. By this time tomorrow morning, that's off of our coast. We're mostly cloudy. Then as we go into the afternoon with heat and humidity, we'll develop a few showers, couple of rumbles of thunder possible. But then as we go towards 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, this is when we get that second piece of energy moving through. That's going to develop showers and thunderstorms in our western spots and then push across the coastal bend throughout the evening on Friday. Then right around midnight Saturday, most of that rainfall should clear out. So what does this mean for Mother's Day weekend? Well, Saturday we'll still have a couple of lingering showers, but as our low begins to pull away, as our front begins to pull away, it'll pull in drier air for Mother's Day on Sunday with temperatures in the low 90s. So outdoor plans with Mom on Sunday, it's going to be hot, 92 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds, no rain, and then next week we're dry with highs in the 80s.
Thank you, Kellyanne. Gasoline prices like our coastal bend wind.
Yeah, high and low. Which will be today? We got your average prices at the pump Also, the latest with peace talks in Iran.
The Coastal Parks Beach Cam is sponsored by Volkswagen and Corpus Christi. Peace and love, my friends.
Emergencies push straight through city and county lines. Now, your alerts do too. Corpus Christi and 4 surrounding counties are united under one reverse alert system. Get reliable updates your way. ReverseAlert.org.
President Trump and Mays Middleton stand up against perverts and predators. But Rhino Chip Roy sides with them. Roy stood with Gavin Newsom and the trans lobby to push child transgender surgeries. Then told MAGA, "You can kiss my ass." That's why Trump doesn't trust Rhino Chip Roy. MAGA Mays Middleton banned men from girls' sports and kicked trans perverts out of women's restrooms. That's why Trump called Mays a MAGA champion with a conservative record that's second to none. MAGA Mays Middleton for Texas Attorney General.
Experience a superior organic light lager that puts the smooth in ultra smooth taste. 85 calories, 2.5 carbs. Michelob Ultra Pure Gold Organic Light Lager.
Hello, I'm Payne Neeson. You've probably heard that at Neeson Automotive in Kingsville, we greatly value our reputation of honesty and integrity. We have spent the last 45 years working to earn your business with an approach that is simple. We offer quality-made products, we have quality people, and we have great selections at the very best prices. Visit us at one of our 3 locations in Kingsville because honestly, you can't find a better deal than here. One name, 8 brands, only at Neeson Automotive in Kingsville.
No one is prepared for what comes after an injury, but when it happens, you need someone to step into the ring and fight for you every step of the way. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Axis Containers, your locally owned and operated source for high-quality new and used shipping containers, trailers, and equipment. Businesses or individuals can buy, rent, or rent-to-own any of our high-quality containers or equipment on flexible terms. Axis Containers have gated storage space for your RV, boat, trailer, or extra vehicle on Highway 77 in Sinton. Visit axiscontainers.com.
For all your office and storage needs, come down and see us at Axis.
Emergencies push straight through city and county lines. Now, your alerts do too. Corpus Christi and 4 surrounding counties are united under one reverse alert system. Get reliable updates your way. ReverseAlert.org.
Welcome back to First Edition. President Trump is claiming new progress in negotiations with Iran this morning.
This all while gas prices continue to surge. ABC's Sophie Flay shows us the ongoing conflict and what various states in the U.S. are doing to take matters at the pump into their own hands.
This morning, more states taking action to address high gas prices. Indiana's governor suspending 2 gas-related taxes to save drivers nearly 60 cents per gallon. Kentucky's governor pushing a similar move and calling on Congress to suspend the federal gas tax.
They thought the war would be short, that the Iranian people would rise up. They were wrong, and now the American people are paying for it.
Prices, which now average $4.56 a gallon nationwide, are exposing the gap between the rich and the working class. A new report finds lower-income Americans have already cut back on their gas consumption, while wealthier households have simply increased their spending to keep their consumption levels steady.
They want to make a deal. We've had very good talks.
President Trump reporting progress in negotiations with Iran. Sources say the administration has sent Iran a 1-page memo of understanding, laying the groundwork for 30 days of talks on issues like the future of Iran's nuclear program. The proposal calls for Iran to lift restrictions on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. In return, the U.S. would ease its blockade of Iran's ports. Iran remains publicly defiant, mocking Trump last night. One negotiator claiming Operation Trust Me Bro failed in reference to Trump suspending his plan to protect ships in the Strait. Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Here's a look at our gas prices in the Coastal Bend.
Yes, the average cost of regular unleaded in Corpus Christi this morning is $4.14. That's actually down 3 cents from yesterday.
Diesel is $4.99, down a penny from Thursday, and the state average of regular unleaded is $4.09, up 5 cents from yesterday.
3 people in jail this morning following a federal bust.
We have the latest details following breaking news that rocked one South Texas town. Who's facing serious charges of child pornography discovered inside one home.
I'm John Zacek. At Prosperity, we bring more to banking. Achieving business goals means finding the right partner. Our bankers listen and create solutions to help your business thrive. More than banking, this is Prosperity.
I was on my way to school. It's a lady, I guess, she ran their stop sign or something. T-boned right at the door in the wheel. First time I've ever been in an accident. A couple hours later, definitely hurting. The first thing I thought was to call Herman & Herman. They compensated me, took care of my medical bills. I did get more money than I expected. They just took care of everything. I was very surprised with how simple it was. It was fast and easy. I would recommend anybody to call Herman & Herman. They are great people.
Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. The right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment, so all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, you're going to feel better and you're not going to have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
If you've been injured in a serious car crash, you know just how expensive the aftermath can be. Imagine having a team of skilled car accident attorneys fighting for you without having to worry about upfront costs. That's all part of the Thomas J. Henry no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry has a proven track record of securing serious results. Now it's time to let our reputation work for you. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
I'm Kevin Kaplan. At Prosperity Bank, we bring more to banking. Our bankers listen. We build solutions for you. Mortgages, commercial real estate transactions, and lines of credit. More than banking, this is Prosperity.
I got to admit, I'm pretty comfortable here. But this spot is actually reserved for a special mom. We're at it again, about to surprise one incredible mom with breakfast in bed. And this year is going to be the most incredible surprise ever.
Tomorrow, you're invited to GMA's epic Breakfast in Bed live celebration.
Comunidad, cultura, tradición. It's what makes up this place we call home.
Celebrando todo lo que ofrece el sur de Texas.
Watch Domingo Live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m.
And rewatch it on 3 News Plus.
Serious charges coming for 3 South Texas residents. The federal investigation that landed them behind bars, all tied to child sex crimes.
Plus, an AI data center coming for the Coastal Bend. What we're learning about the facility, job creation, and ultimately its water usage during our drought.
And a potential shining example for success when it comes to battling our water woes. The South Texas town drilling down new resources. Could it work for other cities? But first, we have Kellyanne. And what's going to work for our forecast today? What should we wear outside? Not even go outside, maybe. It's too hot.
It's a little warm, but thankfully not as hot as what we had yesterday. We're actually considered below average today with temperatures in the mid-70s. But, I mean, hey, I think we would like a little bit more cooler conditions this morning. But you'll notice that slightly different feel, all thanks to lower humidity across the Coastal Bend this morning. High temperatures today reach the mid-70s. Winds pick up out of the northeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. All thanks to a cold front that is way down to our south. 66 is the current temperature in Beeville. We're at 68 in Sinton, Corpus Christi, Robstown, Alice, Kingsville, Benavides, Hebronville. You are all at 70 degrees, and we're in the upper 60s in Rockport. To start off our morning, that front way down to the south, we have mostly cloudy conditions, though we're not looking at any precipitation at the moment, but some passing showers will be possible throughout the morning. Otherwise, this is going to be the scene throughout much of the day today. This is a look outside from our Coastal Parks Beach Cam. Mostly cloudy conditions. We'll continue that into the afternoon and evening, and throughout the day up to about a 20% coverage of rain. So we're not looking at heavy rainfall. We're not looking at any sort of thunderstorm activity this afternoon, but just a few passing showers. However, overnight tonight, we will be tracking some rain. We'll have more of those details coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Kellyanne. First Edition has an update to breaking news we brought you first yesterday. 3 people are waking up in custody this morning after a Homeland Security Internet sex crimes investigation showed up at the Robstown home.
That's right. A warrant was issued after the feds built a case leading to the arrest of one man for child pornography. While serving that warrant, a large amount of drugs were discovered inside the home and guns, according to Chief of Police Mike Temez.
The names of those arrested have been released. They are 30-year-old Daniel Flores. He faces a charge of promotion and possession of child pornography. 25-year-old Joel Salinas and 22-year-old Isabela Garcia face various charges in connection with drugs and guns.
A massive AI data center is coming to the coastal bend. With it, questions about what it can mean for our region's water supply. The company behind the project, Hut 8, says the new facility near Robstown will not rely on local water for cooling operations. The company says the campus will use a closed-loop system filled with one-time water sourced from outside of Nueces County. They also claim it could operate for years without needing to be replaced. Hut 8 has signed a 15-year, $9.8 billion lease for that project. It's expected to open next year, creating more than 100 permanent jobs.
B County leaders are touting success of one of their newest water wells, claiming it's exceeding their water expectations.
Yeah, it's all part of the city's strategic plan to curb water shortfalls. Our Josh Maxwell shows us why their plan could be a welcome sign as other South Texas towns face similar challenges.
As communities continue looking for new ways to diversify their water sources, leaders in B County have seen gushing results with the production of their newest water well.
Initially, they had estimated that this well would produce around 1,200 gallons per minute, and currently it's flowing about 1,500 to 1,800 gallons a minute.
It's the kind of number Beeville leaders say could be a game changer, especially if drought conditions get worse and area lake levels keep dropping.
This one well potentially can supply about 3/4 of the water that Beeville needs right now currently.
It's a move Beeville City Manager Andy Jocelyn says is needed as B County continues to see projected growth.
We've had national home builders that are looking in our area. Of course, they wanted us to address the water concerns so that we can adequately provide for our current citizens and then also for the new development that's coming.
Jocelyn says this is all part of the city's strategic plan to boost water infrastructure.
We're going to move on to our phase 2, which is additional wells. And then our phase 3 is new technology that's coming into the industry so that we diversified in our water production.
Puente says that regardless of their plan, they want to make sure they're being mindful of their neighbors, who also call B County home.
We're going down into the Jasper. It's 1,000 feet below any, shallow wells that our local ranchers and rural communities dig into.
Later today, with a handful of CCISD campuses set to close next year in the latest consolidation effort, all set to host the community to a final walkthrough, and you are invited to join. Starting at 5:30 tonight, Sanders, Tom Brown Elementaries, and Haas and Martin Middle Schools will open their doors to you. Tomorrow, Travis Elementary is inviting you out at 5 as well. Near the end of the month, Fannin and Castores Elementaries will also say farewell.
Talk about an exciting yet emotional time over at Veterans Memorial High. Big milestones have been celebrated, and this morning, several graduates, they're waking up totally smiling about being the first in their family to walk the stage. This is the 14th year CCISD has recognized their accomplishments. It honors those first in their families to receive a certificate and pursue higher education. 182 students were recognized last night, and in attendance, Citgo, awarding a number of those students with $1,000 scholarships.
This is the first scholarship I've received so far. I would say being first in family is something I'm very proud of. It's a cycle I get to break. And I'm happy to be the first in my family to do it.
It takes a village to raise a child and a student. And many of our students have many challenges from the beginning of when they enter school to the day they graduate. I think it just says a lot that the district has come together to support them in every way we can and their parents to reach this milestone. And so we're happy to recognize them tonight.
The ceremony highlighted students who are set that is to shape the world into a better place. Congratulations.
Speaking of students shaping our future, there could be some future broadcasters out there.
Oh, and then some. A group of fourth graders from Toloso Midway stopped by our studios after we got off set yesterday to learn about our industry. We got an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of how we craft news affecting them directly.
We met with on-air talent, talked with our production squad, and got to hop in front of the camera to see how it all comes together. We even got a special shout-out from a 3 News mega fan.
On behalf of Toloso Midway ISD, thank you 3 News First Edition for making the amazing tour of your station. Choose to make it a great day.
That's Bethany Carranza. And all the kids were great, curious, and ready to show off what they learned at their school's morning newscast.
Oh, yeah, they're gunning for our jobs, and we welcome that, too. New blood.
Speaking of kids, color the weather with Kellyanne. What's today's drawing, Kellyanne?
Okay, so this is from Anita, and it is showing a tornado and some rain and some houses as well. So just a reminder, we are in severe weather season for the state of Texas. Once in a while, we can see some severe weather here, but it's not as likely as it is in central Texas as well as North Texas. No severe weather this afternoon, so if you're heading out to Buck Days, things are looking pretty good, but very cloudy and a lot cooler than what we've had over the past couple of days. Temperatures today will top out into the 70s, not just in Corpus Christi, but all across South Texas this afternoon. And today our winds will pick up out of the northeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's all thanks to a front that is way down to our south. That front's going to stall over South Texas, keeping our cloud cover around and our rain chances elevated. So this morning, this afternoon, as well as this evening, there may be a couple of showers rolling through your area. It's not going to be heavy rain, but just a couple of passing showers and temperatures on the cooler side. Now, as we go over the next several hours, especially late tonight, early tomorrow morning, there's going to be a wave of energy that pushes some showers and thunderstorms from Laredo into the coastal bend. So early tomorrow morning, we'll track some rain, even some thunderstorms. Then as we look towards tomorrow evening, we'll track another round of rainfall. Now, something to note, the Storm Prediction Center has placed much of South Texas underneath an isolated severe weather risk until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's going to be from those batch of showers and thunderstorms that develop late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And if anything does turn severe, it would likely be due to hail. Of course, we'll continue to monitor all of this. And then coming up in a few minutes, we'll talk a little bit more about Friday night storm chances.
Thank you, Kellyanne. The First Edition has a preview of today's rodeo action.
Okay, we're going to be back live at Buck Days. Why this event means so much to the South Texas community.
The 3 News Tower Cam is sponsored by Nissan Chevrolet GMC.
When the stakes are high, results matter. Results are earned through preparation, focus, and drive. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hey, your girl is hot. You'd better get that foundation fixed before she gets any hotter. Complete Foundation Repairs can fix that crack, raise the sidewalk, make the doors close correctly, and keep your girl nice and calm. Time-tested projects, proven results. Call us today for a free estimate. So before she gets any hotter, make the call to Complete Foundation Repairs. You're going to be really glad you did. 361-885-7901.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Introducing the new 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan. A bold exterior, luxury meets sporty design, an elegant, pleasure-filled drive with the comfort, control, and confidence you've been waiting for. Spacious, versatile, and ready for real life, it's the ride you always wanted. Your new 2026 Tiguan S for only $279 a month for 36 months is waiting for you. Come join the family at Volkswagen of Corpus Christi. Peace and love, my friends.
Ladies, get ready to be celebrated at Coshada Casino Resort this Mother's Day. Every half hour starting at 2 p.m. 2 lucky ladies will pick a rose to win up to $5,000 in cash. Then at 6, 1 incredibly lucky lady will be handed the keys to a stunning new Buick Enclave and $5,000. Don't miss the Mother's Day Buick and Cash giveaway this Sunday at Coshada, Louisiana's best bet.
Thomas J. Henry. When we win, you win.
Everything you love about KIII's First Edition is right here on 3 News Plus. Breaking news, local weather, and your favorite news team whenever you want. Get the 3 News Plus app today, live, local, and always on.
The 7-day weather forecast is sponsored by Cantwell Mattress.
Have you ever barrel raced?
Of course not. What a question. It's 6:42. Good morning on this Thursday, and it's Buck Days Rodeo time, and we are live downtown, beautiful Corpus Christi at the Hilliard Center.
Our Alexis Greens joined us live with a champ in her own right. And, well, I mean, in her own right. She's a champ across the board, up and down Northern America, as it were. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning, John Thomas. Good morning, Barbie. That's right. Joining me is Sissy Wynn. She's our hometown champ from Chapman Ranch, and we love to have you. How are you this morning?
Great. Doing great.
She was telling me, you know, being from Corpus Christi, you attend ice race games here. How does it feel to watch it get transformed for these rodeos?
It's pretty amazing seeing it transform. Now we have dirt. Normally I'm used to seeing just ice, but I'm sitting over there and I'm a spectator, and now being down here in the arena, now I feel like everyone's watching me compete.
And they are. Tell us about Scoop. How's he feeling about the rodeo? Right now we are sitting in first place. We're not jinxing her. We're really excited. She had a great run this week.
Scoop's feeling good. He's been taking his morning naps after breakfast. I'm watching him. He's doing awesome. I feel that he knows my excitement. As soon as we came out of the arena the other night, I was crying, he was excited, and you could just tell, and I can feel when he's happy and vice versa.
Speaking of excitement, tears of excitement, Sissy, in 10 days, you've got a wedding?
I have a wedding, yes, I'm getting married.
That is so exciting, and you met your husband at the Houston Rodeo, so there's a lot of love in rodeo.
There's a lot of love in rodeo, but it's also really unique. Like Saturday night's gonna be the last name that I'm called a Sissy Wynn, and I keep thinking about it in my mind, which obviously pretty emotional. I'm honored, I'm excited to compete as a Wynn for the last night on Saturday at my hometown rodeo, so that's pretty cool.
I am just so excited talking to her about all wedding things this morning. How do you explain to people who probably think you're crazy, saying how are you gonna do a rodeo 10 days before your wedding? You said that you wouldn't do it any other way.
Correct. No, this is exactly how I wanted to end on this note and to start a new chapter and still be rodeoing. Just with a different last name.
Yes, that's exciting. So you got everything planned out. You got your rodeo outfit this Saturday, then maybe 2 Saturdays from now you got the white dress.
Exactly, everything's planned out.
And your ponies are going to be at your wedding.
The ponies are going to be in the wedding. They have to be in the wedding.
I can't wait. In a little bit, we are going to get a glimpse of her ponies and Scoop, the man himself.
Absolutely.
We wish you huge luck, Sissy. Thank you, as always, being our hometown girl from Chapman Ranch. If you don't know her, follow her on social media. And come out Saturday. We need all the good luck, right?
Absolutely. I want to hear y'all.
And we're going to see her practice in just a bit. Back to you guys in studio.
It's so great. She's talking about her wedding, and I noticed her fingernails right out of the gate.
Of course.
She does look absolutely beautiful.
She just sparkles. You know, the way she's talking about how she met her future husband at the Houston Rodeo, it's giving
Texas
the movie 8 Seconds. Have you seen that movie? You haven't seen that one either?
No.
Oh, come in.
With Luke Perry?
Yes. That's...
I have a list of things that I need to watch now.
I'm Texas through and through, so I've got my cowboy hat ready for tonight. I've got my boots ready for tonight.
Hallmark movie.
I mean, her life needs to be a movie. I think I would definitely watch it.
Netflix could pick her up, feature her.
Why not? Sissy, come on now, we love you.
Outfits.
And all the outfits.
Yes. Okay, so if you're thinking about maybe what you're planning to wear tonight, boots, obviously.
Absolutely.
You can never go wrong with a pair of boots, whether it's rain boots or cowgirl boots. But hey, it's the rodeo. Wear your cowgirl, cowboy boots. All right, let's talk about our temperature change from this time yesterday, because we had a cold front that rolled through, now bringing in some cooler air. You'll definitely notice it as you step out the door, with temperatures at about 6 to 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, but we're still in the 70s for our central and southern spots. Beeville, though, you are our coolest at 66 degrees. We're in the upper 60s in Rockport. It's 68 in Sinton and 67 degrees in Freer. This afternoon, though, everyone's only warming up into the middle 70s, about 74, 73 to about 77 degrees, and our winds today will pick up out of the northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's that cold front right now. It is way down to our south. It's going to stall in South Texas, so that's going to keep our rain chances elevated over the next several hours. But right now, we're not seeing any rainfall at the moment. We may get a few areas or patches of sprinkles, drizzle, mostly cloudy throughout much of the day, though, with about a 20% coverage of rain in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Then overnight tonight, we track some better rain chances. Late tonight, early tomorrow morning, midnight, 1 o'clock, we're looking at rain and thunderstorms firing up in Mexico, working over into our western locations, continuing to push across the coastal bend very early tomorrow morning. I do think by this time tomorrow morning, the rain pushes out. We'll still have cloud cover. Then tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, with heat and humidity, we'll develop some some showers, even a couple of thunderstorms, up to a 30% coverage. Then tomorrow evening, we'll get a second wave of energy rolling into our western spots, quickly producing showers and thunderstorms around 7, 8, 9 o'clock, continuing to push into our central and eastern spots around 9, 10 tomorrow night, with that batch of rain clearing out by early Saturday morning around midnight. But then Saturday late morning, we'll still track a couple of showers in the mix. Now, overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, we'll track that first round or wave of rain and thunderstorm activity. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted that as an isolated potential of a severe storm or even strong storm. If anything does turn severe, it would likely be due to hail. Then on Friday, with that second round of rain and thunderstorm activity rolling through, it could produce some pockets of heavier rainfall, which could lead to some localized flooding. So that's what we'll be watching for Friday. Right now, Friday, we're not under a severe weather threat for the evening hours, that evening rainfall, but things could change. Of course, we'll continue to monitor that. And then there's an area of low pressure that develops off of that stalled front. That low will pull away Saturday afternoon and evening, setting us up for a dry Mother's Day, but it's going to be a hot Mother's Day. So Saturday morning and early in the afternoon, we'll have about a 20% coverage of rainfall, temperatures warming back up to average in the mid-80s. On Sunday, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. It stays hot with temperatures on Mother's Day in the 90s. Looking at your 7-day forecast again, the best chance for rainfall will be early tomorrow morning, and then another round of showers and thunderstorms rolling through Friday evening. Few lingering showers Saturday, clearing out by Sunday, and looking ahead to next week, sun and clouds with highs in the middle and upper 80s.
Thank you, Kellyanne. A body found on the Padre Island National Seashore affected by a negative credit watch and a large AI data center coming to town, what it means for our water needs.
All that and so much more in our 3 News to Go.
How important is your family's security and your own peace of mind? I've got something I really want to show you. This comes to us from Z-Edge. This is the new evolution of their smart home app security system. It comes with 3 cameras and 3 solar panels, and that does make it different. Now, this is a wireless installation, meaning you don't have to hardwire these cameras to your home electricity. They're all completely self-contained. Now, there is a cord that goes to the solar panel, but that means that that rechargeable battery doesn't have to be constantly charged up. It'll do it on its own with just the rays of the sun. Each one of these 3 cameras, and there is a 2-camera pack that's even less expensive, is 1080p high definition, all weather, night vision, has 2-way audio so that when the camera senses someone from up to 26 feet away, you can communicate with that individual. Something as innocuous as a package being dropped off, say, hey, put it on the porch. With this system, you are always at home. You'll see these people on your smart device, you can communicate with them, and it's affordably priced. $149.99 is the retail value. Our 3-camera pack is $89.99. That's a 40% savings. Scan that QR code or check us out at shoptvdeals.com.
If you're struggling with overwhelming debt and you don't know what to do, bankruptcy may provide a fresh start and a path to financial freedom. Know that you have options. Don't wait. Take the first step to a brighter financial future today.
Summer is almost here. Get ready with Pools by Mario, where sleek design meets fully customized pools built for your lifestyle. Imagine weekends and summer days spent relaxing by your own private paradise. From sleek modern designs to classic elegance, we customize every pool to fit your style and budget. This summer, don't just dream it, dive into it. Your own piece of paradise. Contact Pools by Mario today.
When you hear about a major result, you see the headline. We see the responsibility that comes with it. Because every win means more than success in a courtroom. It's the opportunity to give back to the communities we serve,
To every client who trusted us when it mattered most, thank you. Your trust creates impact beyond your case. It creates opportunity and strengthens communities. This is how we define winning. Thomas J. Henry. When we win, you win.
Window World has been family-owned for generations, which means chores aren't just chores, they're part of professional development.
You got this, Layla. It's wax on, wax off.
Needless to say, things are a work in progress.
For squeaky clean service you can trust, call Window World. Service for generations.
Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation offers accurate, reliable HIV testing designed to detect recent infections. Knowing your HIV status early allows you to start treatment quickly and live a long, healthy life. Testing is fast, free, confidential. No matter your result, CBWF connects you to affordable HIV prevention and treatment options. With the right support, people with HIV can thrive. Get tested, get connected, take control of your health. Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation, your community health center.
Hi, I'm Joel Gonzalez. Many people mistakenly believe they have to be behind on their bills before they're eligible for bankruptcy debt relief. Call me to get the facts. Don't wait until there's a crisis. Don't let your debt get in the way. Call the law office of Joel Gonzalez today.
6:53 on the clock in our studios. Good Thursday morning to you. I keep thinking it's Friday. Don't we all wish it were? Okay, here's a look at our 3 news to go. New overnight, human remains were found along the Padre Island National Seashore. Kingsville Record reports the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office received a call last night about those remains discovered near the Gulf. Park rangers arrived to confirm the bodily remains do appear to be that of a person. Who that person is and the cause of death are not yet known. More South Texas water providers are feeling the impact of Corpus Christi's changing credit outlook. S&P Ratings placed 5 water districts and municipalities that receive water from Corpus Christi on a negative credit watch. They do include the Alice Water Authority, Nueces County WCIDs 3 and 4, and the City of Portland, as well as the San Patricio Municipal Water District. The credit agency did not upgrade or downgrade any of their current ratings, though. A massive AI data center is coming to Robstown. Hut 8 says the new facility will not rely on local water for cooling operations. Instead, the campus will use a closed-loop system filled one time with water sourced from outside Nueces County. Developers say it could even operate for years without needing to be replaced. Hut 8 has signed a 15-year, $9.8 billion lease that is expected to open next year, creating more than 100 permanent jobs. Again, we hope you're having a great start to your Thursday. Go on and download 3 News Plus. It's our, let's say, birthday gift to you. Say you have a wife today whose birthday you didn't get a gift for, and well, 3 News Plus is the gift that keeps on giving. We'll see you after this break.
Some people chase victory. Others build it. Hour by hour, punch by punch. Not for the spotlight, but for the standard. That's the difference between talent and legacy. Between showing up and showing out. Thomas J. Henry, built to fight.
Summer is here and the savings are heating up at Sutherland's.
Add shade and beauty to your yard for less.
Take 75% off all in-stock trees and shrubs. Tackle outdoor cleanup with Karcher 1900 PSI pressure washer, only $149. Stay cool all summer with a 5,000 BTU window air conditioner for $129, or upgrade to a 12,000 BTU for only $299. Find everything you need for summer.
All in one place. This week only at Sutherland's.
We were going to have a pool party. As I was going in through the home and gardening section, they had watered the plants, hadn't set out any caution cones, just walking and there I went. I had a torn ACL and I had L1, 2, 3, and 4 were herniated. I got on the phone, called Herman & Herman, and they got right on top of everything. It worked out great. When I did get with the team and they told me the amount, I was like, okay, I mean, that's good. We can work with that. Trust me on this. These guys know what they're doing, professionals all the way across the board.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300 plus stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on Live to make your morning shine.
Weekdays at 9 on KIII. Closed captioning of 3 News is brought to you by KIII TV and sponsored by Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
Welcome back to 3 News First Edition at 6:57 on this Thursday. Happy Friday, Junior, to you.
Let me just say, when I went to break, I said that I didn't get a gift for my wife on her birthday, that I got her 3 News Plus, which is a great gift, but I did get her a few other things. Happy birthday to my lovely wife, Christy Cobos. There she is.
Happy birthday, Christy.
Yes, I love it.
How many gifts did you get her?
Quite a few.
Good.
Yeah, she got the
As you
big
should.
one the other day.
As you should.
I can't hold on to gifts that I think are really cool, so they
Oh,
come
you're
out
one of
early.
them.
Yeah.
You're like my mom. This is what I'm getting you for Christmas, okay?
So,
she'll show it to you, then she'll take it
unfortunately,
away.
everything that comes following that gift today will be like, oh, thanks, as opposed
You
to,
know,
wow.
we were seeing Lexus's shot earlier, and you could see the pony.
Yes.
And so John Thomas wants a pony in his 50th birthday.
A mini horse.
A mini
for
horse.
My 50th. So there's time. There's a couple.
Yeah.
We got
Why? I don't know.
Don't know how to explain it. It's a longer conversation than we have time for, but I want it.
Okay, Christy, you heard it. He wants it for 2 years from now. He wants the miniature horse.
Hey, we had
for his
a
birthday.
principal here in town that got me a mini horse as a gift for a spelling bee. She's like, I heard you talking about it. So,
Wait, a legit mini horse?
oh, I'm sorry, like a little stuffed mini horse. Yeah, I still have it too.
Of course you do. You sleep with it at night. Come on now.
I do.
Christy tells me.
That's how we do it. Outside though, chances for rain today.
Yeah, a few isolated showers possible. Otherwise, as we look towards tonight, early tomorrow morning, we'll have some showers, some thunderstorms. And then tomorrow evening, another round of rainfall again. And then on Saturday, a few showers, Mother's Day, sunny and hot.
Okay. I love seeing that pink there because, yes, we love our mamas. So
That's
happy
true.
Mother's Day to all. of you.
Yeah, happy early Mother's Day to all mommies. And we have 2 more hours. That's a gift to you. 2 more hours of First Edition. Please join us on 3 News Plus.